Fields, Development Director at Old State House Museum. Today, we're in the First Ladies of Arkansas exhibit gallery, and I'm here with Ellen Maack, our curator. This is our second installment of Stories Behind the Gowns. And Ellen, you wanted to tell one on Mrs. Bailey.
Yes. Mrs. Bailey was First Lady in 1937, and this gown is so gorgeous. It was made by Calamar. And the story of this gown is the kind of, not scene, but the little moment when she walked into the inaugural ball, because it was a halter gown. And the Baileys were very respectable, very wonderful people. And it's not that she was trying to be scandalous, because she wasn't. But, I mean, this was the style in the late 1930s for evening gowns. But it did cause a little bit of a stir that the governor's wife was wearing a halter top evening gown. And today we look at it as a, kind of a conservative, not that big of a deal gown, but you can kind of imagine in 1937. And it makes you wonder how it made Margaret Bailey feel, and how it made Governor Carl Bailey feel that his wife was under such scrutiny.
And this gown, this beautiful green gown, who did it belong to, and what's the story behind it?
This is Barbara Pryor's gown, and this is from 1975, and it is as vibrant and as gorgeous as the day she wore it.
It's beautiful. That's a gorgeous color.
And the only thing that has faded is the bow, and that's velvet. But I'll tell you why it's this vibrant. It's polyester.
Oh.
And we know that synthetics never fade. And Barbara knows that too, because one day I was standing here with her, and she said, you could take a blowtorch to that gown and you couldn't destroy it. She has a wonderful sense of humor, and she's right. I mean, we have never had to conserve that gown. We have never had to do anything to this gown. So there is a testimony that polyester from the 70s will live forever.
And here is another beautiful gown, and I'm sure there's another story.
Yes. This is Jeanette Rockefeller's suit. Now, we talked about how synthetics and polyester doesn't fade. Here is an example of the opposite. This is from 1967, and it's a silk wool blend. This is actually supposed to be more of a turquoise blue, but it has faded.
Well, it certainly doesn't look turquoise blue.
No, if you look at the shell underneath, you can see just a tiny, tiny glimpse of what the color should be. But the word to describe this is yummy, because this is a Coco Chanel. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
So Jeanette had a Coco Chanel gown.
Yes, she did. They did not, for their first term, they did not have a ball. They only had a reception and a private luncheon. And so she didn't have a gown, she just had this. And if you're going to have a suit, let Coco do it.
Definitely.
And the label inside is Coco. And the shoes were dyed perfectly to match. And the inside, it says, for Jeanette Rockefeller. So the outfit was just exquisite. I would have loved to have seen it where it was just pristine. I've never seen color photographs to see the exact turquoise blue, but this is just an ensemble with all that trim and everything.
It's beautiful.
Mwah, just
Even
beautiful.
if the color's not the same as it started, it's still beautiful.
It's still beautiful.
So thank you for watching our stories about the First Lady's gowns.